Scottish street trials rider and YouTube star Danny MacAskill is about to embark on an extraordinary new project, taking on a life-threatening challenge that has never been attempted before. To create an ambitious new film, promote his native home, the Isle of Skye, and achieve global, viral success.
This is awesome!
The aim? To ride a bike on Skye's notorious Coolin Ridgeline.
If I injure myself doing something stupid, then that's the whole filming off.
Over the past 6 years, Danny MacAskill's bike riding ability has taken him to every corner of the globe. His unique blend of technical riding and jaw-dropping stunts has made him a household name and turned a lifetime hobby into a successful career.
I don't really think too deeply about why it is I ride my bike. It's just something I love doing.
Danny's success is down to a collection of creative internet films showcasing his incredible talent. Totaling over 100 million views, these films form the backbone to Danny's global recognition.
You're always pushing to doing something brand new you've never tried before.
With such a history of success, Danny's challenge continues to be searching for new concepts and locations to better his previous films.
I've definitely got a high bar to set to make something different.
For his latest project, Danny has returned to his childhood home, the Isle of Skye.
Although I get to travel the world now, Skye is very much my home. Maybe don't appreciate it when you live here, but it's quite a sort of magical place.
He's looking to Skye's famous Coolin Mountains to draw inspiration for a new film.
Coolin Ridge is definitely, for me, the sort of centre of Skye, the sort of backbone of the island.
17 peaks and 11 Munros make up the vast Coolin mountain range, at the centre of which lies the infamous Inaccessible Pinnacle. The idea for the film is to feature Danny riding his bike and performing tricks at locations on and around the 12-kilometre ridgeline.
Yeah.
To help him realise this goal, Danny has teamed up with friend and filmmaker Stu Thompson.
Working with Danny, I think I have a very good understanding of what he has to do, and I think he has a very good understanding of the filming side.
But this film is like nothing they've done before.
Danny talked about riding the Coolin Ridge. The main thing with that, though, is that he hadn't actually been on the Coolin Ridge when he said he wanted to make a film there.
To get an idea of the size of the challenge, Danny and Stu set off on their first ever climb up the ridge for a recce.
It appears it's blown a first 10 hoolie. We're on top of the Inaccessible Pinnacle.
It's one thing doing it like on ground level where you've got your van parked out of shot or you're in a set or something like that. It's another thing trying to do this 4 hours in and a hike on the top of a ridgeline. I think the hardest thing about it is definitely the access. Before we even roll on the camera, we're going to have to be walking for 3 or 4 hours, hiking up huge steep hills, scrambling, rock climbing parts.
Very severe, very sharp knife edge ridge. Not the place you want to be taking your bike, that's for sure.
Despite being faced with such an extreme environment, Danny and Stu have committed to the project and put together a crew equipped to deal with whatever challenges they may face.
Everyone's very experienced and can deal with all sorts of different situations. And it's just a really strong unit, it's a really strong group, and it's so important on a shoot like this to have that.
The last project we did 150 takes on one trick, whereas here we don't have that luxury because we've got 2 weeks, we've got the weather, we don't know what's going to happen. We just have to react all the time and just get as much done as we can.
But filming in arguably the most dangerous mountain range in the UK comes with a serious risk.
What scares you most about this film?
Somebody getting hurt.
Despite the significant risks involved, as dawn breaks on the opening day of the shoot, the crew's attention turns back to the traditional Scottish problem of the weather.
What time is it? About 7 o'clock.
And we're gonna have a little trudge up a hill.
Basically, the bit Danny's going to ride is that white bit up there. It's some view up there, apparently. Yeah, it's looking fairly cloudy, but we're told by the weather forecasters and Matt, he knows everything about the Coolins, that it's going to get really nice later on. So we're going to risk it and walk 3 hours
The crew are faced with an arduous 3,000-foot climb with heavy equipment.
So today is our first step up the Coolins, which is, yeah, pretty hard going. There's no path up it, pretty much just straight. I don't know what we're looking at. It's probably even past 45 degrees.
Doing a hideous slog up onto the ridge. Pretty nice place to come and carry a miniature helicopter and batteries and big random pieces of metal.
What have we been doing this morning?
Suffering. But the pork pies taste nice.
I mean, to be fair, it's my call to put the crew through this. However, I took advice from the local expert, which is Matt over here. So we took Matt's advice, and he said, by midday it'll be clear. So I think was it 5 to midday now?
We've got 5 minutes.
We've got 5 minutes.
Christmas present list.
With mist covering the entire ridge, lugging the high-tech aerial filming equipment could all be for nothing.
Yesterday, I thought it was the most amazing bit of kit I've ever seen. And now I'd happily just see it roll down the hillside.
The mist shows no sign of clearing.
We've been up here for about 3 hours or so with Danny. He seems pretty excited. It's quite tempting just to roll him.
Ten to 4. At last, there's a hint of sun. Nearly 9 hours after setting off, filming can finally begin.
The cloud cleared and it was just really amazing to be kind of getting our first shots on the ridge.
And we just got the most spine-tingling views. It's kind of special, it almost makes it more worthwhile when you put that much effort in and you get the return of those amazing shots.
The crew have had a successful first day, but there are still some far bigger challenges to come. After just a few hours sleep, it's up again for the most ambitious day of the shoot.
It's about 4 o'clock in the morning, and the plan today is we're going to head up to the Inaccessible Pinnacle.
The aptly named Inaccessible Pinnacle is a pillar of rock that forms the summit to one of Scotland's toughest Munros.
Plans to get up to the Inaccessible Pinnacle and get Danny up there with his bike. We don't know for sure, but I imagine it's the first time a bike's been ever on the Inaccessible Pinnacle.
Considering the start of this week, it just showed it was going to be horrible conditions, and it's just changed so much. You know, I can actually see the tops of pretty much all the Coolins, which is a rare thing. So yeah, I think it's going to be awesome. 6 AM, we're up on the ridge. Definitely worth the early start.
But now the real challenge begins. Filming a shot of Danny and his bike standing at the top of the pinnacle to create the film's most iconic image. With a massive vertical drop on either side, a mistake could prove fatal.
The drop on one side is overhanging and infinite, and the drop on the other side is even greater.
Right, this time, ready? Okay. Excellent, that was quite hard work actually.
Top of the pin has been a dream of mine for years. It was quite an amazing moment when I was stood on top of the rock.
This is awesome! This is probably one of the coolest things I've ever done.
Unbelievable. Like, it's everything we wanted. Like, it's everything we wanted to, like, I guess, you know, he's not riding, you know, but just showing off the sky for what it is, you know, and I can't see too many people have been up there with a bike.
With the summit shot complete, Danny repositions to allow a shot of him climbing up the pinnacle with his bike.
Ready, Stu?
So far, everything is going to plan.
I'm just gonna clip quickly.
Dude, keep the rope on.
This bit's fine. Makes it harder for me to walk with. Okay?
It's important to me to kind of be doing that stuff in a kind of legit manner. I don't want to be kind of fooling people.
There we go. Sorry about that, man.
You mad.
He doesn't listen to anyone, like. He just unclips himself and goes, it'll be fine. Scrambles up while we were all down here going, what are you doing?
Just had to look away and just get Stu to do the filming dead quick. Climbing at one hand with a bike on your back, that's pretty different, so I guess that's where he just shows how good he is.
Buoyed by the success at the inaccessible pinnacle, the crew traverse over to film Danny ride the notorious Collie's Ledge, a thin path that weaves perilously close to a heart-stopping drop.
It's a strange one actually compared to what he does a lot of the time, because he's not doing a trick, he's literally riding along a bit of trail, but the difference is on the side of the trail it's like massive exposure.
Collie's Ledge is a very exposed part of the ridge, you know, and there's a huge drop down into Corrylagan.
So I'm good to go when you guys are.
Okay, go for it when you're ready.
You're faced with the sort of line where if it goes wrong, there's literally no coming back from it.
Okay, Danny, go for it.
For me, it's just another bit of trail that you just have to keep your wits about you on and make sure you don't clip a pedal or a handlebar that sends you off over a few 100-foot drop.
Can you reset that?
Yeah, that sort of speed?
Yeah, that speed's good when we do it, yeah.
That first hop is hard work. How is it looking? No way. That is so sick.
It's a relentless schedule of long, grueling days, but the film is starting to come together.
Tough day yesterday, so I think today we're a little bit more relaxed. I say a little bit, we've still been hiking for 2 hours.
My legs are a bit gubbed from, the last 4 days of missioning about the place, so we'll see how it goes.
Shooting at locations all around the ridge, the crew and Danny work tirelessly to capture all the shots they need.
It's very important for me to feel that I've done my best. Until I've done that, I won't be happy. So it definitely comes to an end result, because you've both worked as hard as you can to get that shot as perfect as possible.
You got back last night, we all just literally looked at the footage straight away and we're just like, yes!
Going into the final few days,
How was that?
there are still more shots to be captured right at the summit, along with an introduction and a huge final trick for the film. It's the last day of filming up on the ridge, and the crew have moved to the north end to film on one of the most famous peaks of the Black Cuillin.
Today we're up Skourin and Gillian, definitely the most sort of prominent Black Cuillin, most famous one.
And the plan is to go up onto the ridgeline here, right at the north, and then a couple more shots right in the ridgeline, and then start to film Danny on the descent.
Once again, they are faced with a long hike to the summit.
Morale is high, I would say. Everyone's pretty happy with the footage we've got so far. I think, the only thing we're battling today is a little bit of fatigue.
Oh, it's been well worth it. I love the pain, I love the punishment. Can't beat it.
Like, feet are just kind of covered in blisters and stuff today. It's just pain. We're all going through a bit of pain, but we're absolutely loving it.
Just say when you boys are ready. Okay! Oh, that's a bit steeper than I thought.
It's quite hard to tell from here because they're so far away, like how technical the trail is. But I think it's just really steep and really difficult to ride.
Sorry guys.
Yeah, I'd say I've had my fair share of injuries. I've definitely had a few broken bones here and there, and I've had a few sort of long-term injuries, such as a torn disc in my lower back.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Got it. That looked really good actually.
With more crucial ridge shots now in the can, Danny wants to attempt another big trick for the film.
just near the top here, they've got these huge big flat boulders, and Danny's just looking at doing a gap.
Hopefully this gap's going to be quite easy. Literally everything Danny looks at every day is with the mindset of riding something. You know, like whether it's walking down the street in the middle of Glasgow or whether it's driving on a road somewhere in the Highlands or on the top of the Coolins, like it's just the way his mind works.
That is hellishly rough. Okay. I think the tire's going. Ah!
It was difficult because it was a really, really big impact. It was one of these situations where actually, because of the riding a mountain bike in this film, it made it a lot harder. I really was struggling to hold it together on landing and get out of the shot.
I feel like hoofing the bike down the hill, to be honest.
Each time, both myself and the bike were making some funny noises.
I've actually got a sore head because the impact's that hard.
I was amazed that the bike took what it did, you know, it was really heavy going. You know I can do it, so I'll just sort of keep going until I get it done.
It's the penultimate day of filming, and the crew are taking to the water to create the film's opening scene.
Today we're down in Elgol, right by the coast, and we're going to shoot the opening scene for the film. The opening scene is basically going to be Danny in a rowing boat, and he's going to be rowing over towards Loch Carush.
It's going to be a real nice way to start the film with a bit of character. I'm just going to be out there, but looking like I'm by myself, rowing away, you know, to go and start the ridge. So, yeah, be cheesing it up.
The whole thing should be quite emotive, but then like really just powerful when you kind of see the Coolins and the film begins properly when he gets on his bike.
Energy's low, but morale's good. Like you're all tired, you're all knackered, you come back in, and you look at the footage and it's like, wow, you know, it really makes it, you realise it was totally worth it. All the sort of hiking, all the sort of sitting around and just the waiting, yeah, everything about it, it's like, you get back, you look at the footage and it's like, yeah, you can definitely see this is going to be really, really good.
You're just going in towards this incredible landscape and it's just looking so threatening and huge in front of you. We see Danny, we see all these little detail shots, and then it's just like, boom, here's where he's going.
I'm doing a little bit of token rowing. It's the first time I've rowed in years, which is quite good fun.
Once across to the edge of Loch Carush, Danny has an idea for a trick that will test his balance in the opening sequence for the film.
As always, nothing's ever easy. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Good. I'm pretty happy. Nice feeling.
Another good day. I can't quite believe it. I'm not quite sure what we've done to deserve it, but the results of the film seem to be working out.
The final day of the shoot has arrived, and Danny has a difficult new trick that he has left to the very end.
Trick he's doing, they call a bump front flip, and he's sort of basically just crashing into a barbed wire fence and using it to do a front flip. And Danny's the only person in the world that can do it.
Planning such a trick is one thing, but for Danny, making it happen is a far bigger undertaking.
Because there's technique involved. This is to me where you can get genuinely hurt, whereas being at the pinnacle, being on Collie's Ledge, nothing like that. Gives me the fear so bad. The hardest thing is just getting it mentally straight that you can do it. Right, we're gonna do it. There's a really fine line between hitting the fence too hard and your feet coming off the pedals, and also not hitting the fence hard enough so you don't make it round.
With Danny now confident he can get the rotation needed, the crew remove the crash mats. It's time to go for the final shot.
Oh, God damn it! It's just a scary thing to do, and it doesn't matter how talented he is. He's still pushing himself, so it's just as scary for him as us doing something way more basic.
Yeah, dropping in.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, dude. Woo!
The final shot is in the can. After a week of the most spectacular scenery, lugging camera gear the equivalent of half the height of Everest, and capturing some spectacular riding along the Coolin ridgeline, it's been a successful shoot.
Everything's worked so well. The whole team, we've all been kind of just pushing so hard every day to kind of make it happen, and I don't know, it's been pretty wild.
How do we top this? The Coolins are just stunning. The landscape's been beautiful all week, and we've had this weather. So it's like, okay, well, what the hell are we going to do next?
Definitely far exceeded my expectations of what we were going to get done this time. So, yeah, it's been amazing.
So as the crew celebrate the end of the shoot, let's see the results of their hard work.
Whatever is
sits on yon tree. Some says it is blind and it can see. Some says it is blind and it can see. There is a blackbird sits on yon tree. Some says it is blind and it can see. And so is my true love to me.
To find out more about Danny's previous stunts and to take a further look behind the scenes of the Ridge Ride, go to bbc.co.uk/Scotland. Then officially going out, Lauren and Peter break the happy news to Max and Ian, next in EastEnders.
That was fun.